Russian parachutists. Rus government photo 104. He had to save Russian campaign department air attack on left bank Dnipro River in South Ukraine. Instead, the newly established section said, he suffered extraordinary heavy losses and could not reach his goals at the war exit. 2 months ago, 35th Brigade Ukraine Marine posts Dnipro and under artillery cover. Drones and intense radio release provided a bridge in settlement of Krinky, otherwise Russian left bank. A new front in the war. Ukrainians hopes to exploit Russian invaders from South Ukraine. The Russian sailors, who were strengthened by an army motor regiment, could not displace the Ukrainians. After some course training in September and October, the 104th episode of the air came to southern Ukraine and led the new chapter, usually a 4-part Russian Air Corps, had to make the Corps good loss of heavy losses in the first 22 months of Russia's wider war in Ukraine. Instead, the department, about 2,000 people, himself became the wounded of an increasing war where it is not clear how many Ukrainian maritime in the forest around Krinky and its surrounding area. Some Russian resources estimate the landing power as only 200 or 300 sailors. These hundreds of sailors and supported them drone operators, artillery and electronic war troops. Thousands of Russians opposed. 810, the 1st Marine pads from the brigade, although Ukrainians are not considered bad, encountered brutal ings from ground and air. It is not a secret how they stopped so far. 35. Ukrainian artillery drone teams hit left bank Russian radio jamming equipment in weeks before Tugay passed Dnipro. Ukrainian EW experts set up their own stuck. The result? A dead zone for Russian on Krinky. Ukraine's drones for the free fire. Karaklar and infantry break in the air in a few minutes. Ukrainian Marine Corps Krinky and defeat of 104th episode. They are about enter southern Kherson Oblast and run towards Crimea does not mean that they are about run Crimea. He went defense. In meantime, Russian forces attacked, and in east, where Russian supply lines are short, there is more chance than in south that people and materials should move with more than hundreds of miles. But while Krinky, the Ukrainians finally opened the option to start an attack from that bridge. This possibility is very important for Ukrainian general personnel in Kiev. They concentrated most best radio jammer leaders, Ukrainian leaders, and a significant portion drones, explosives,